Hi, I'm Keiko and I'm a holistic health coach at KTM So today I'm going to share with you my HTMA adrenal markers and how they correlate with my other functional lab tests I've done, such as the Biohealth Stress Profile and the Dutch test. So let me first show you my HTMA test results for my adrenal markers. So you'll first see the sodium to potassium right here, which is the vitality or stress ratio. And I did one in May and then again in August. So it went from 0.67 to 0.80 and the ideal is 2.4. So both are showing lowered adrenal function. And then we'll look at the sodium to magnesium, and this is the adrenal ratio. In May it was 0.66 and then it went up to 1.97 in August, which is an improvement, but it is still below the ideal of 4.17. So my HTMA test results are showing some improvement between the first one and the second one, but the overall function is very low. So here's my Biohealth Adrenal Stress Profile test. This is a saliva test, and you actually take 4 samples on the same day, morning, noon, afternoon, and nighttime, so that you can see your cortisol pattern. And so the lab range, the high range is up here, the low range is right here, and the pink is me, and it's below lab range. So each of the markers were lower, and the cortisol sum was at 18.1, and the lab range is 23 to 42. So all of this is pointing to a very low adrenal function, which correlates with the HTMA. So this is the Dutch test, which is the dry urine test. And I did this in between the 2 HTMA hair tests when the numbers were starting to improve. So here you'll see the adrenal hormones. And again, I took 4 samples. And the lab range, the high range is up here, low range right here, and then I'm right here in the colors. So I'm starting to actually be in lab range even though it's very low. And then if you look at the total 24-hour free cortisol, I'm at 94 and the low range is 80, or the low is 80 going up to 230. So I did make it within the lab range even though it's still very low. And so all of this correlates quite well with the HTMA. So a quick summary of the information I just covered. So the adrenal stress test that I did, Biohealth Saliva, in December showed below lab range. And then I did an HTMA hair test in May, and that was also very low, below range. I did a Dutch urine test in June, and we were starting to see some improvement, and it was in the low lab range, but trending in the right direction. And then we did another, I did another HTMA in August, and we could see some improvement. And so you can kind of see from all these tests that they correlate, and you can see my adrenal function going from really low to slight improvement. Although we only focus on adrenal function markers in this video today, HTMA provides a wealth of information. This is a very cost-effective test and a great way to get insight into your health. If you'd like to learn more about my HTMA service, please visit my website at KTMHolisticHealth.com. The link will be below. Thank you so much for watching. Have a beautiful day.